Emily Harper had always loved photography. It wasn't a career, just a hobby she found peace in. She lived in a quiet neighborhood in Portland, Oregon, where weekends were spent walking her golden retriever, Benny, and capturing sunsets from her porch. Her life was calm, predictable, and safe. Until one Sunday afternoon when a single click of her camera changed everything. That day, the sky was bright blue, and the park near her home was filled with families. Emily, holding her Canon camera, was testing her new lens. She wasn't photographing people, just landscapes and the reflection of the lake. She had just captured a photo of a maple tree when she noticed a young boy playing with his red kite. The way the kite danced against the blue sky fascinated her, so she zoomed in and clicked the shutter once, purely out of artistic instinct. Little did she know that one photo would soon pull her into a storm she never saw coming. The next morning, she uploaded her pictures to her private photography page on social media, a small account with only friends and fellow hobbyists. She didn't even tag anyone, just captioned it, "Perfect Sunday skies." She went to work at the local library afterward, sorting returns and chatting with her coworker, Sarah, about an upcoming art fair. Everything seemed normal, but by late afternoon, her phone started buzzing with notifications. At first, she ignored them, thinking maybe a post had gone viral. But when she finally checked, her heart skipped. The photo she posted, of the red kite, had dozens of angry comments under it. One said, "Why would you post someone's kid online?" Another read, "This is creepy. Take it down immediately." Emily froze. She hadn't realized the little boy's face was visible in the shot. She quickly removed the image, but the damage was already done. Screenshots had spread, and within hours, people she'd never met were accusing her of taking photos of children without consent. That night, she sat at her kitchen table, her hands trembling as she read the hateful comments. Her friend Sarah called, urging her not to panic. "Emily, you didn't mean any harm. Just stay calm. People overreact online," Sarah said softly. But Emily's mind was racing. What if people misunderstood? What if this ruined her reputation? The following morning, her phone rang. It was the local community office. A woman's voice, stern but polite, asked her to come in for a short conversation. Emily's stomach twisted in knots. She didn't sleep much that night, and when she arrived at the office, a man named Officer Reynolds met her in the waiting area. He wasn't hostile. In fact, he seemed sympathetic. "We received a concern from a parent about a photo you posted," he said gently. Emily explained everything, the hobby, the accident, the immediate deletion. Reynolds nodded, took notes, and assured her she wasn't in legal trouble, but advised her to be more careful online. Still, the shame lingered. When she returned home, she found her mailbox stuffed with flyers about protecting privacy. It felt like the entire neighborhood had heard. For days, she avoided going outside. Even Benny's leash hung untouched by the door. But one evening, while sitting on the porch steps with her coffee, a woman approached, someone she hadn't seen before. She was tall, kind-eyed, holding a small box of muffins. "Hi, you must be Emily," she said softly. "I'm Laura. I'm Ethan's mom, the boy with the red kite." Emily's chest tightened. She expected anger, maybe harsh words, but instead Laura smiled warmly. "I saw what happened online. I just wanted to tell you. I know it wasn't your fault. Ethan told me you were just taking pictures of the sky. I'm so sorry things got blown up like that." Tears welled in Emily's eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. "I never meant to cause trouble. I deleted it right away." Laura nodded. Social media can be cruel. People jump to conclusions. "I just wanted you to know we're okay. Actually, Ethan said your photo looked really nice." That small act of kindness sparked something in Emily. The next morning, she decided to write a public post explaining her side, not defensive, just honest. She described what happened, admitted her oversight, and reminded everyone how easy it is to misjudge online. Her post went viral again, but this time differently. People shared it with captions like, "This woman's response is so mature," and, "A reminder to think before we attack." Even the local news station picked it up, calling it a powerful story about digital misunderstanding. Soon, Emily was invited to speak at a community forum about online responsibility. She stood on stage in front of over 100 people, her voice shaking slightly as she shared her story. "One photo," she said, "can tell 1,000 stories, but not always the one we intend. We all make mistakes, but kindness can fix more than anger ever could." Applause filled the room. Sarah hugged her afterward, proud tears in her eyes. Officer Reynolds even sent her a note, thanking her for turning a negative experience into a positive message. Months later, Emily's life returned to calm, but something had changed inside her. She began volunteering at a local digital safety group, helping parents and photographers learn about privacy and consent. She no longer feared taking photos, but she always made sure to ask before capturing anyone in them. And one Saturday morning, while walking Benny in the park again, she saw Ethan flying his red kite. He waved and ran over. Miss Emily, Mom says you're famous now, he said with a grin. She laughed. Not famous, just learned a big lesson. He nodded thoughtfully. I like your photos. You make things look special. That moment filled her heart with quiet joy. The photo that once caused her so much pain had brought her unexpected connections, lessons, and healing. She realized sometimes life's biggest storms come not to destroy, but to redirect. As the wind picked up and Ethan's kite soared higher into the bright sky, Emily lifted her camera once again. But this time, before she clicked, she turned to Ethan and asked, "Can I take a picture of you and your kite?" He smiled and said, "Sure." The shutter clicked, once. This time, everything felt right. And though the photo never went online, it stayed framed on Emily's wall as a reminder that truth always finds light, and that one small act of understanding can change everything.